Hello all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Debbie. I am a romance book lover, makeup lover, skincare lover, and I do love romance movies. And I also am in desperate need of a manicure and pedicure at the moment. I won't show you my toes, but my fingernails are, they really need some work right now. So anyways, welcome to my channel. I've already done my top 10 favorite horror movies list. I thought, hey, why not do a romance one? I mean, I love romance books, so I have a lot of romance movies that I loved as well. And I mean, I have a ton of them, so this is actually going to be like a part 1. So this is top 10 favorite romance movies list, part 1. Some of these are drama, some of these are comedy, but they fit more under the romance category. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and list my top 10 favorite romance movies, part 1. So coming in at number 10 is the movie called Letters to Juliet. Now, I love this movie, and I found out that the two older actors that are in this movie, I found out their story, and it's very interesting that their story mimics their character story, and it just made me love this movie even more. I never saw this movie in the theater. I think I got this movie when Blockbuster was going out of business, and they were just, you know, having their liquidation sale, and I got this movie, I want to say for $1, and honestly it was worth the price, and if I saw it in theaters, most likely it would have been worth the price too. I mean, why not buy it? I mean, it was worth it. So, and plus, I like the actress Amanda Seyfried. I've always liked her in a lot of her other movies that I've seen her in, and she actually looks like a close friend of mine. And if my friend is watching, hi, I love you. Mwah. Yeah, but this movie is actually really sweet. If nobody's actually seen it, go ahead and watch it. It's really cute. I guarantee you'll like it. Number 9 is Save the Last Dance. Now, I love Julia Stiles, and I did love her in 10 Things I Hate About You, but this movie, Save the Last Dance, is absolutely one of my favorites. I love the characters of Sarah and Derek. Derek played by Sean Patrick Thomas, and you know, I know that the race card is played throughout the whole movie. I loved how in this movie these two didn't care about their backgrounds at all. It was good to see that Julia Stiles' character Sarah can hold her own, and that attracted Derek to her. So I think I love the fact that they didn't see each other as black and white, which I was so happy about, and you know, therefore I didn't see them as that. So, you know, because I just saw two people who were attracted to each other, and they have a relationship. Like, that's literally how I saw it. And that dance scene, there's a couple of dance scenes in this movie, but the final one, I have that song on my iPod, and I listen to that a lot, and it just always reminds me of that dance scene. I mean, just wow. Number 8 spot goes to Crazy Rich Asians. Now, I know this movie is based on a book series, and I never read the books at all, but I love the movie. Henry Golding just melts my heart in that movie. I love how genuine he was. I love Awkwafina. She is so hilarious. Both her and Ken Jeong cracked me up in this movie. I just loved how they played off each other. It was so funny. And I squealed so much when I saw Michelle Yeoh. I loved her in Memoirs of a Geisha, and I loved her in this movie too, as Henry Golding's mom. This movie made me laugh, and it also made me cry. Plus, I was actually pregnant when I saw this movie for the first time in the theaters, and I was seeing it with my mom, and my mom and I kind of were very, very happy to see this woman she sang Elvis's song Can't Help Falling in Love with You on with an acoustic guitar, and I loved that. This was just the cherry on top for me for loving this movie. So yeah, I was extra crying and extra laughing throughout the whole movie. Alright, so number 7 spot goes to the movie called The Choice. So this is a Nicholas Sparks book turned movie, and it's not the only one that's on this list, I guarantee you. I believe the first time I saw this movie, I rented it from Redbox, and I wanted to see this movie because I loved the trailer, and there was this clip that was shown as a sneak peek clip where the character Gabby confronts Travis outside of his home, and he's like playing his music too loud and everything, and it's getting on her nerves. But the reason why she goes to confront him, it's not only that, but because she suspects that his dog got her dog pregnant. So their encounter just makes me laugh. Like, he's kind of brushing it off and everything, like, and like it's no big deal, and it actually turns out to his dog actually turned out to not impregnate her dog. So it could just kind of, to me, that scene between them just set the tone for the rest of the movie. Just in my opinion, it did. And there was just something so sweet about this movie, and just something about this movie that bothers me. I love it. Number 6 is You've Got Mail. I had to include one of Tom Hanks's films in this countdown. This movie is just so cute. It just obviously it reminds me of AOL. It was running around the time of AOL, and the way these two bookstore owners just clash in person, and they have no idea that they've been talking to each other online and falling in love with each other online. I just felt like that was so sweet. The last scene makes me cry. I love this movie. Number 5 is Titanic. I had to include this movie. I know it's in 5th place, and it's just because I've seen other movies that I've loved a lot more than Titanic, and yeah, I mean, this was to me, I love this movie. I did love how they took a true story of the sinking and everything and put a fictional twist on it, and that twist being a love story between Rose and Jack. And it's from the direction to the acting to the music to the costumes to the production. It was just fantastic. I love this movie. Number 4 is The Notebook. So here it is. Here is the other Nicholas Sparks book turned movie that I loved. Shockingly, wasn't a fan of the book. I did read it, but I wasn't that much of a fan for it. But I loved the movie. And it was just, I think it was just because I saw the movie, and then when I found out that it was a book or based on a book, I tried to read the book and I just couldn't get into it. And I love how I thought it was a story the whole time, that this man was just reading to this woman, and she going through Alzheimer's and just forgetting a lot of her life, and not, you know, I didn't know that this was their love story that he was reading to her until like later on in the movie, and that warmed my heart a lot. And you know, it was just so touching, it was so charming, altogether sweet. Number 3 is She's All That. Okay, I know I put this movie up there in the 3rd spot, but I just loved it. I love how Lainey is picked to be molded into the popular girl in time to get nominated for prom queen. I didn't go to my prom, but I love this movie. You know, you've got Usher along with Freddie Prinze Jr. and my best friends, one of my best friends' doppelganger is Rachel Lee Cook is in this movie. So, and of course Paul Walker. So what's not to love about this movie, huh? What's not to love about it? Number 2 is Slumdog Millionaire. Now, this movie was one of the first movies that I've seen with Bollywood actors. And I loved everything about this movie. From beginning to end, it just captivated me. Jamal's journey is recapped in each question that he has on who wants to be a millionaire. This is the first movie that I've seen Anil Kapoor in. I know he's in like a lot more other films and everything, but this is the first movie that I actually saw him in. I saw this movie with my husband, who was also Indian, and I cried. I cried during this movie. I mean, I laughed a couple of times, but I ended up just crying. There was a lot of really awful, gritty things that, you know, in my opinion, kids shouldn't even have to watch or go through. And just the way that Jamal and Salim's mom was killed, like that was brutal. The dance scene at the end made you want to get up and do the moves too. And yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit that I also tried that. It was fun. Hope everybody likes my coffee mug. My sister got me this for Christmas. She had me for Secret Santa. And it says, "First I drink the coffee, then I do things. Then I do the things." I love this mug. I was so happy that she got it for me. And number 1 favorite movie. Can anyone guess? Got it? Alright. It's 50 Shades Darker. Now you're probably wondering, how come the second movie of the trilogy is my favorite? Well, I loved the second book more than I liked the first and the third. And there was just something more about this one, that it was more like stakes are very higher, and I loved how Anna was in more control in this movie or book than she was in like the first one. Third one, she's also in control as well, and the first one, you know, you get the feeling that she has been for the entire time. But this time it is for sure that she is in control of how hers and Christian's relationship goes. You know, Anna is tougher in this one. She is stronger. She sticks up for herself. She's not afraid to stick up for herself. She's not afraid to express her feelings to Christian without the consequences that he had listed out for her in the previous movie. And you know, yes, he does have his limits and everything, but he is opening up to her in the second movie, which she wanted that. You know, she does love him, he does love her, and, you know, she didn't change him, she tamed him. Okay, guys, so that's it for part 1 of my countdown of romance movies, or favorite romance movies. I know this video was pretty long, but that's okay. I've seen and listened to a lot longer than my videos, and I'm pretty sure all of you have too. I've listened to 2 hours worth of something before, and so please like this video, subscribe, share, and I hope you all have an amazing day and an amazing week. Alright, bye.